Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the revamped episode, first episode of the Don't Talk Don't Assume Shit. I'm keeping that in. I don't give a fuck. Don't Assume Shit podcast. I'm joined by our bearded correspondent from the West, Dirty D. What's up, Dirt?
What up?
And we got our stocks management officer, Vlad. Vlad, how you doing today?
Terrible.
Why? What happened?
Well, recovering from my gambling addiction.
Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta stop that. Dirt, what about you? It's morning over there for you, so it's good morning to you. It's like 11 a.m., right?
I mean, yeah, wake and bake and shit, Same
It's
old, same
horrible.
old.
Okay, so got you here, guys, today because last week it was news that R. Kelly was finally indicted on a
Mhm.
bunch of counts of racketeering, abuse and all that. And I mean, I know some of the first allegations were before I was even alive. There, you were alive, right? So, I mean,
I
do you
think
like
so.
R. Kelly?
I mean, like him. I mean, I enjoy some of his songs, but I mean, he's not my
So I
homie.
was I was looking back to because I think everybody when they were growing up heard about that whole like notorious
The tape,
the tape, yeah, which
yeah,
was
yeah.
what he was pissing on a girl, right? Or what
It was a
was it?
whole lot of shit. I remember when it first kind of surfaced a little bit. So, but it's funny because it wasn't that big a deal. It was like, yeah, he was pissing on girls who were 15. Everybody kind of laughed. You guys seen it? You seen it? Like people were just passing around a fucking, you know, some fucking kid sex tape, basically. You know what I mean?
And everyone knew that it was like a 15-year-old.
Yeah, pretty much. But the thing was, like, was it really R. Kelly? And it looked just like him. There's no like, it was him. And there's a
Yeah,
tape of that. It's like, you know what I mean? No mistaking the guy, but it was just funny that everybody like the way shit was. Like, yeah, nobody really. I don't know. It's just if some shit like that happened today, it was super, super big deal. Like the world would fucking stop. But this major singer just had a tape where he's having sex with a young underage female, pissing on her and shit. It's like, yeah, have you
yeah.
seen it? It's like, have you seen it? Hey, my friend knows the site, or I got the tape, or just like that. It wasn't.
So it was like
Yeah,
the Two Girls One Cup, but before that, everybody had to see it.
yeah, it's pretty much like that. Yeah, like, have
Mm.
you seen it? You
Vlad,
haven't
you heard
seen it?
about that? Because I mean, I heard about it before, but
I
I
feel
don't know
like
how
I feel like
familiar you are.
everybody who exists has heard about that, at least
Yeah,
who has a phone.
So when
yeah.
this whole thing happened where he was indicted, for a long time I was like, wait, but wasn't this like a known fucking fact that he pissed on the girl? I'm like, how is it only now? And then when I was looking back at the articles I sent you guys, so apparently they dropped the charges because they seized the videotape, like,
Illegally. Yeah,
illegally, which is like,
yeah,
I
crazy.
feel like the US has so many of these weird loopholes around
Mhm.
shit, man.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, what do you guys think about that? Like, so they seized it illegally, and there's illegal content on it, but because they got it illegally, it's like, well, doesn't matter now.
Yeah, yeah. Welcome to America. Yes, I mean
What do you think
that's
about that, Vlad? You think this fucking makes sense?
I mean, apart from the R. Kelly situation, I feel like a lot of people get away with all of these kind of crimes just because of the whole fact that, if you know the law, you can escape that kind of stuff if information was obtained illegally. Let alone like if you record a conversation without someone's consent, you can't use that in court. All that
yeah,
kind of
tons of
stuff.
tons of loopholes, tons of loopholes.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I mean, yeah, but I guess it kind of makes sense, but I feel like that law kind of protects like felons more than it does like the general public. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
if I get that, like, listen, every person has their right, and let's say, they search your car illegally, but they find like, I don't know, a body or something. So it's like, what does that mean? I mean, I don't know law, so I'm sure there's loopholes to loopholes, but it's like the same thing with the OJ Simpson shit. Like, even if he came out today and said that he really did it and that he, committed murder, it's like, well, there's nothing's gonna happen, nothing's gonna change because you can't be tried twice for the same crime.
yeah. I mean,
But I mean, it's all weird because, and I knew about the whole sex cult shit, right? Because from what I understand, there was like a lot of girls, right? Like,
yeah,
I mean, he's an R&B singer, so
yeah. And a lot of their parents were giving their daughters to, even to him, or hey, go hang out with this dude, this grown ass man.
yeah. So Vlad, would you give your kid to a celebrity to hang out with?
As long as it's Michael Jackson.
Damn. Well, that ain't gonna happen.
But that's a good point because that's the whole thing with the Michael Jackson was similar. Like
Yeah,
adults just like, well, he's a star.
Yeah, but it was Michael Jackson though.
I mean, I don't know. It's crazy how some people can give their kid away to R. Kelly. Even, sure, it's to in hopes to pursue the music career for the kid, but when this man's going through so many allegations throughout the years, you just give your kid away. I don't know.
Yeah, but I feel like I mean, there maybe you could chime in on this, but I don't think we know the full level of what kind of singer he was. Because at first I was thinking, like when I was growing up, and I mean I heard about R. Kelly, but I've never listened to his music like that. And to me, he was like, in my mind, he was like this, oh whatever singer, but he was like a big deal, right? At one point.
Nah, definitely. He wrote a lot of shit for a lot of people and just yeah, he got culturally just some of his songs are a big deal. As far as like the black community. I don't want to say big deal, but they're like just certain songs you play at parties that are just those songs. You know what I mean? I know I'm sure y'all people, I say y'all people, but you know what I mean. Your culture has
Well,
certain
who keeps
songs that
saying you people?
well, you know what I mean. Like y'all got songs that just are like birthday type of songs, or like this when the family get together. This song's always old shit or whatever the case may be. And he got some of those songs. It's just like you know ingrained in our culture, I guess. So
So what do you guys think about like should people like that, what do you do with their music? Can people still enjoy their music, or should that be also canceled or something? I don't know.
we'd have to do a lot of canceling, bro. We'd have to cancel this whole country if that's the case. So you know,
Because
And-
that's the thing, right? Like separate the man from the art. But at the same time, let's say there's a person who's on a pedophile or a felon or something like that, and you're supporting their music. Are you supporting them?
I mean, in a way you are, but it's like I don't know. Like I said, these songs have like I don't they're not meaning, but just memories behind them, and I feel like taking it away from people, it's not fair because he was creating music. It's like I don't know, it just doesn't seem right to just like get rid of all his shit, like act like he didn't exist.
Yeah, I
You
mean, I feel
know?
like that shouldn't be a part of like, even though he did the fucked up things that he did, I don't think it should take a toll on his music.
Yeah,
That's fair, but okay, say it was your child who got abused by him. What would you say then?
yeah.
I
I
just
don't,
don't listen to
I
shit.
wouldn't. Yeah, I don't think I'd say let's cancel him, but I don't think I'd be able to listen to R. Kelly.
But would you feel some type of way if like your friends were listening to R. Kelly or fans of R. Kelly if
They
your
wouldn't be
child
my
was abused?
friends.
I mean,
Yeah, but see, so there's some merit to it. I mean, I
yeah,
don't
I'm
know.
definitely gonna feel weird about it. I'm not gonna like it's. I'm not gonna say, yeah, we should never listen to R. Kelly and get rid of all his music. But I'm
My thing
also,
is like, I don't want to make this like a racial thing, but I feel like Elvis Presley married his fucking wife, right? When she was like 13, 15,
yeah,
something like
yeah,
that.
something like
I mean,
that.
there's been Woody Allen and shit. There's
Yeah,
been a lot of examples,
yeah,
and it's a
yeah.
little weird that the ones who are really getting pinpointed on it is like Michael Jackson, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, and it's like
Yeah, just trying to
there's
put a black face to it. That's just
because
what it.
I
Yeah,
mean
maybe
the
they'll try
last
to do a
big.
timeline.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
Well, like, how Dirt was earlier saying how back then, everyone was like, oh, it's all right, he's just pissing on a bitch. I mean, maybe it was like maybe it was something very similar back then, how they were seeing it, in Elvis's
not
time.
nah, because nobody was like, I know what you're saying, but nobody was like glorifying like fucking little girls or you doing shit to young, underage girls. But it was more like watching a beheading video or something. You know what I mean? It was on like we know it's wrong, this is bad, but it
Yeah.
was on those lines like, hey, you seen it? Like like it was just like that type of shit. So it wasn't like,
Well,
but I
yeah,
think
I think for sure people didn't think of it in the grand scheme of things like they do now.
yeah, because the girl didn't look. I mean, they were young, but like
But then,
it
but
was like
also
it
a
wasn't like it
lot of
was
the
a
gir-
child. That would have been fucking like
but a lot of the girls were defending him too. That's the I think that's what really like played in his favor was a lot of these girls were fans, right? So they're not gonna come out there and be like, yeah, he's abusing me. I mean, later on they did when
yeah,
they
they're
became
fans
older,
and also thought
but
they were in love with somebody that they looked up to. You know what I mean? This is
yeah. So like
manipulation.
in the
For the
moment,
fellas.
yeah, in the moment they're not gonna give a a testimony like, yeah, this dude's abusing us and shit. Like
Yeah, like
but even
fuck.
though he sounded crazy, the whole sex cult shit, I don't know.
Yeah, any battered wife is like, yeah, man, I still love him. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? He beats you and your kid's ass. Like, it's the
I,
same thing, but it's sort of magnified because he's a fucking superstar, rich, showing
I
you
think
this
I
type
think
of
Vlad is the type
lifestyle.
of guy to have a sex cult.
Hey,
Hey,
I'll visit. I'll just,
I think.
I'll come
Whoa,
check it out. I just to see, you know what I mean? Like it's
in
like a
10
petting
years,
I will
video.
there's gonna
cleanse
be
all
an
your
expose.
sins.
I just say I'll participate, you know, but it's like the R. Kelly video.
In
Yeah.
10
No,
years, there's gonna be an expose where Vlad has this island, and like you're gonna be the Bill Cosby who is just on this plane. I
Oh,
didn't do
yeah.
man,
shit.
we
I was
shouldn't be
just on the
talking
plane.
about this kind of stuff because in 10 years they're gonna refer. I'm gonna be sitting in court and they're gonna be fucking playing this podcast. Be like,
And
what did
you're
this
gonna be
mean?
like, bro, I was broke. What are you talking about?
You better bring up Elvis Presley.
You're just gonna be like, listen, I'm white. They're like, yeah, all right, you're right.
You're right. Now in 10 years, it's just gonna be like oh, I don't even want to say that. But it's gonna
Whoa. But
you're gonna be probably a little more accepted. I'll say I don't want to, you know.
are we seeing some kind of change of the tides where maybe in a couple years they're gonna investigate the Catholic Church a little more? Because that's another thing where, I mean, everybody knows about it, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
not even saying that religion's bad or
yeah,
Catholicism, but it's like, you know that there are people there who rape children.
yeah. It's been going on
So,
for hundreds of years. So I don't know.
but for some reason, it's the one institution that's never touched. So it's
Yeah,
like, I feel like we're,
but who's gonna do that? Who's gonna bring that whole thing crashing down? Because once that, like, you know what I mean? That's like the world's gonna be different. I'm not like super religious or anything like that, but just seeing like that's
well,
gonna
I
fuck with
mean,
a lot of
which
people's heads when that shit really just like
I mean, I feel like that transitioned us to the next topic just well. I mean, like, how do you bring something down like that? It has to be from the inside, right? I mean, either there's gonna be like a figure like the Pope that just denounces it
yeah.
completely, or something, which ties into this whole like whistleblower stuff that I don't know if you guys got the chance to
Is that
check out, but
is that the new word for snitch?
yeah, well,
Yeah,
whistleblower is what they call white people who fucking exposes their like company.
Hey, I saw the video you sent me. I just hate that lady's face. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Like, oh, she's got the most like just
Whistleblower 69.
oh my god. Like,
Well,
come
just
on.
to give context, so 2 days ago we saw Facebook, and which was a parent company for WhatsApp and Instagram. They went down their servers and all that, which I feel like was a coincidence because 2 days ago, a former worker, Frances Haugen, I think, or Haugen, I don't know how to pronounce her name, but she is being labeled as a whistleblower for coming out. I mean, I feel like she pretty much said what everybody knew, right? I mean, that Facebook amplifies hate and misleading like statements and just gets people all riled up. And
Yeah, yeah.
I
I
feel
mean,
like it's yeah,
no, I was gonna say it's weird seeing it like, you know, we all thought it, but like this is like okay, some
so
hard
it's a
evidence
fact.
about it. Yeah, it's like, oh shit, all right.
What do you think about that, Vlad? I know you don't use Facebook like that, but Instagram, I mean, social media is a big part of our lives. So what do you think about the fact that they're pretty much like trying to play everybody just for monetary gain?
I mean, I don't know. It's a big topic on that matter. Because it's like when you look at the problems that Facebook's having over and over again. I mean, I watch that company, so I'm always reading about it, and they're always they since like 2016 had a few probes. They're always being watched. There's always doing something wrong, and they're also putting up a lot of antitrust issues with Facebook. So I think they've had two antitrust lawsuits, and it's just Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah, he's a smart guy, but he's trying to be like a world dominator when it comes to like money. He's trying to monopolize the crap out of the internet, and he's trying to make it his, I guess. But I don't know. I'm not the best person to ask that question because I'm not the biggest fan of big businesses compared
Well,
to
I
smaller
feel like
businesses.
it's reminiscent to the whole Edward Snowden thing, where he pretty much, I mean, I think everybody knew that the US government is spying on its citizens, right? But like when he came out, it like confirmed it, which is pretty
Hmm.
much what she basically said, that their algorithm, they choose to promote, hate speech and violence and all that just to get people. Well, what she was basically saying, that when you go on your feed, you're more likely to see shit that's gonna get you riled up and makes you interact more. Because let's be real, like negativity is the one that gets the reaction out of people
Yeah,
all the time. Something
always.
outrageous.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, realistically, like it was kind of obvious, but which is, I feel like the question I would want to pose is like, so what do you do from that? Like, there you have kids, right? We're gonna have kids at some point, Vlad. Like, what do
Yeah,
you
that
do about the internet? Like,
you,
when do you allow your kids?
you know what it is. I'm at that stage right now. I have a 11-year-old, and he's just getting on, his TikToks, and he's been on YouTube. Kids grow up on YouTube, and that's another thing too. But he's getting in there, getting his feet wet. I guess he's made a little Instagram or whatever, and I'm cool with it. But that's also because I talked to him about it. Like he'll come to me, or early on he would come to me and be like, "Oh, did you know that in China something, little facts or some, like little things he would see on the internet and he thinks it's cool and interesting to the kid, and just like little facts about anything, like, oh, on October 1929, a dude flew across this and that, and I'm like, you gotta watch that stuff, bro. Like just because it's right there, somebody saying it doesn't make it actual fact. Like if I tell everybody I have 6 toes and I don't, and everybody starts going around here, he has 6 toes, eventually it's gonna be a fact, and people are gonna just believe it and they're gonna be shocked about the truth. So you can't, I tell them like, don't always believe all that stuff. They're just a guy with a phone or whatever, a camera, and he's just saying stuff. Because I could make up stuff, and I'll say like, "Oh, in 1942, a guy with a 14-inch foot kicked the football over 2 skyscrapers," and make a video about it, and people are gonna believe it, and eventually that'll become the truth or the myth or whatever the case may be. But that's what you got to try to explain to your kids or these younger people. And it's a shame a lot of adults don't look at it that way, because that's how I look at the internet. I'm like, all right, yeah, sounds cool. You know what I mean? I would also like, you learn shit, but you gotta just, you know, I gotta believe this random dude. Like, fuck you.
Yeah,
you know?
But
So
what
that's
if
what I
we
try to
like,
tell my son.
what if we step on like the deeper aspect of it though, because it's getting such like it's becoming such a complicated matter when it comes to giving kids phones,
Mhm.
because this is causing such a big problem. 'Cause when we were all younger, I didn't have a phone till like I think 12 or 13. Um, and my shit didn't really have internet on it. I kind of just played games on it and called people. Um, but I'm seeing it now. I have a little brother and sister, and my little brother got a phone at like 8 years old, I think, or 9 years old, and
what a
Yeah,
flex.
yeah,
yeah, shitting
I
on you, boy.
but it's just such a different topic because of the day and age that we're in right now, and it's like you think as a parent like what you should do in order to kind of protect your kid and the things that they see, but it's harder now because there's not much that you can do like besides like what Dirt said, have a sit down and talk to them, but you can't hide what they're seeing. I mean, like the
Yeah,
shit that
yeah,
my little brother and sister see sometimes. I'd be walking through the kitchen. I'm trying to get something, and I see they're watching a video, and all of a sudden the guy screams, "What the fuck?" And they look at me and they're like, kind of giggle. I'm like, kids, like you're not supposed to be watching this kind of stuff, and it comes out of nowhere. But the thing
yeah.
is, you can't take this kind of thing from them because now all these parents are buying their kids phones, and all these kids are going to school and telling everybody else they got a phone, they got this, they got that, they have TikTok, they make videos, they do this. So then the kid who doesn't have a phone is gonna feel like they're left out, and they're gonna be upset with everything. And this is gonna cause like a new kind of like, I guess, status of class within children, because back
Yeah,
then it used to be like a lunch battle. Who had the coolest, who had the best lunch, who had the nice snacks, the juice boxes and everything. And now it's just
yeah.
gonna be like, oh, well, I have a TikTok, I have a phone, I get to sit on it and you don't. And then this is gonna cause like a whole new problem just because of this kind of stuff. And that's something that's just so difficult to avoid because what do you do there? You can have
Yeah.
that sit down with the kid, but if you're one of the parents that doesn't want to give your kid a phone until they're old enough, now you're just gonna cause them to get bullied for a while until they actually get that
Yeah.
phone.
It's just like, what? You don't have a phone? Yeah, that,
Yeah.
hey, there's many things like that, different scenarios. When you become parents, you have those are conversations you have to have with yourself, like shit like that. Like, cause you would think back when you were little, like your mom wouldn't let you walk 2 blocks somewhere. Like, come on, it's right here. His house is right here. And then now I got kids, and I'm like, what the fuck? I don't even want him to go outside by himself. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I
so
think
it's
that's
just
the
it's just little
the
shit
whole
like that.
topic on the kids with phones. I remember listening to Joe Rogan a couple years back, and they were I think him and Eddie Bravo were talking about something like that with their kids, their Joe Rogan's daughter or something. Anyway, they basically came up with this idea, which yeah, I mean it works and it would work, but the problem is like not everybody has that luxury. So like um what they decided to do was every parent like that has a kid in the class communicate and together decide when they will start giving their kids phones, so they don't have that where two kids have a phone, everybody else doesn't, and then the cool kids and all that stuff. So they kind of like strategically decided to, an age, I guess, when they would
Put
introduce
too
the
much
phone.
importance on the phones, man. It's like, hey, not every
But
kid
that's
back then could have Jordans. Oh, well, everybody should get fucking Nikes. Nah, some of you motherfuckers gotta get whatever the fuck your mom can afford.
Skechers.
That's just what it is. You know what I mean? Like, it's putting too much, and then it's gonna like actually make it a thing. I mean, I feel like yeah, kids are gonna tease each other about all kind of shit, but in reality, everybody's gonna have a phone. Everybody's got one. It is what it
Yeah, but
is.
then it's the difference is like when you have a phone at 7 and when you have a phone at like
That's
11
true.
or 12.
Yeah, yeah, but see, it's all everything is all on the parents. Like I've been telling myself, don't believe all that bullshit. It's all I have a 5-year-old and he's watching YouTubers that just play video games. He's into that stuff. So he's watching them and they're cussing sometimes, saying all kind of crazy shit. And tell both of my kids, hey, don't let your little brother. I let my older son watch it. Like fuck it, whatever. You're 11. You've heard everything. Even my 5-year-old has heard everything. It's just like a different, it's just different. But what my 5-year-old I'm saying is like you have to watch them more because those they don't understand that they're being shaped. You know what I mean? By some of
I mean, yeah, it's a sponge. It's a little
yeah,
sponge.
yeah, they don't understand. Like I shouldn't listen to this dude. They're gonna just be, they're gonna if they watch fucking PewDiePie, they're gonna be talking like him, acting like him, getting upset how he gets upset. Shit like that. Like how you know what I mean? If he rages on games and says certain words, your fucking 5-year-old's gonna be saying the same shit. He's gonna be whoever, whatever YouTuber he likes or
Traveler
doesn't type of shit.
safety.
So,
Well,
you don't wanna you gotta it's just tough. It's tough.
Vlad, what age would you get your kids a phone?
Not even phone, let's
That's
just say social media, let them on because they
I
can have
don't.
phones. Phones are fine. It's the
It's just too easy to
But then, but
hide.
then, but then, if you give them a phone, then it's like, how easy can they get social media?
hey,
You
there's
know,
ways. You can block their app store, all that shit.
that's true.
You can shut all
You
that shit.
Um,
could, but about the parental control shit, I feel like, I
Nobody
mean,
uses it though. Nobody uses it.
yeah, and plus, I feel like I mean, this is my theory, but I feel like if I was like 8 and I had a parental block, I feel like I would have figured it out. You know what I mean? Like Google how to take it off.
no, it's a
Um,
password thing. I mean, I've set one up on
Oh
my
yeah, oh,
brother's
okay,
phone,
okay,
yeah,
iPad.
that's
I
what
mean, iPad.
yeah,
yeah,
I
I
I
put
know
guess, I
I'm a
guess, but
dickhead. I put a 3-hour limit on it for the day. So
uh,
throughout the entire day, you can only use that thing for 3 hours because they
uh,
would always sit on it rather than do schoolwork, rather than
yeah,
being
yeah.
productive doing something.
Good idea.
then also I feel like if highlight the whole parental block, it's just gonna make the kid more curious, unless they don't know, which makes sense.
Yeah, but
Um,
like I said, I cool with my son having a TikTok and get little shit. I seen his dumbass videos and just he got one of my fucking cat just taking his shit like right up there butthole. I'm like, dude, like what? Like what? Like why did you like it is a TikTok? I'm like, all right, man. I didn't say nothing to him. It's like, hey,
TikTok
bro.
of your cat taking your shit.
Yeah, just right up there, just straight hole. Just yeah. I'm like, all right, but like I said, you just gotta explain to him what
Oh my
what it is. You gotta
Oh,
explain to him what all this shit is, and it's fake. Like it's just as fake as you can be. Imagine all the I tell them, imagine all the fake shit you can do. How you can make it look like you're just rich. You can borrow some of my money and like, yeah, I got all this stuff. You can make it's so easy. You know what I mean? Like it's easy to do it. You gotta think there's a lot of people doing that just because they like that attention. They like to feel special, or they just want it's a good feeling to get like some
yeah.
type of
I mean,
credit for
that's
something, even though it is fake. And I told my
yeah.
son he's 11, like you gotta watch it. Like everybody, that shit ain't real. It's not real life. Like
Well,
like
yeah, I feel like those are the conversation parents should have.
yeah,
I keep going to the fact that like social media is relatively new and like we don't really know what it does to our development because yeah, me and like Vlad, like our generation of kids, we were shaped a little bit by it, but at the same time, like I could remember a
yeah.
time
When it
where I
was
wasn't on it and
yeah
like where that never existed.
when
Kids now, when you grow up only with that, it's like we don't know what is that really gonna do?
I can see it having some bad or harmful things because as me right now, I open my phone and my thumb just goes to Instagram or goes to like I know without even thinking about just like it's like autopilot and shit. So and I'm fucking 36 years old. So what the fuck? Like it's like
Me and
imagine a
Vlad were
little
like crackheads, dude. We were when Facebook was down. it was like because we're super smart, it took us like 45 minutes to understand that it wasn't Vlad's internet, that it was just fucking they're being down. We were like I would look at Vlad and like he'd click on Instagram, he'd like try to load it, it doesn't load, he'd leave, and then in like 2 seconds he'd go back and like try to load it. He's like
Man,
a
I restarted my
crackhead.
fucking phone 3
Like
times that day.
like real yeah, like real shit. How many times did you check? I'm gonna be completely honest. I think I checked like 4 to 5 times on Instagram. Like first time it didn't load, I'm like, okay, I turned off my Wi-Fi. Like, okay, it's not the internet. I'm like, all right, I guess this shit's just tripping. I loaded YouTube, everything played. I'm like, all right, whatever. And probably like throughout the day, like maybe I think I'm gonna like 5 times. I like checked, did the
I
little,
mean, I'm
drag
not
down.
social
That was it.
media addicted personally. I just that day kept checking because I had to respond to somebody. But yeah,
Nah, I mean, I don't. It's my bro. I don't know. I just go on there and it's shit that I like to see. You know.
What about like with the whistleblower lady? She brought up a good point about the whole Instagram and young girls and shit and teenagers and like what it does, especially when you're a teenager, man. That's what sucks. Is like fine, don't give social media to children, but the fact is that it's not even kids who are really getting fucked up like that. It's teenagers.
Yeah, yeah. It's the whole you gotta flex. But it's been like that. It's just magnified because you can actually fake it a little more. Usually some, the prettier girls or the ones who or whoever had more money or had nicer clothes and nicer things, they just come to school and show you. We don't get to see their house. They might live in a fucked up place, but now they get to take pictures of cool spots and I see them outside
Well,
of school, see how
yeah.
cool they, it makes it just magnifies that, but it's always gonna be like because even magazines, girls who have anorexia because it's the magazines they look or see
I know, but the
commercials and
thing
stuff
is
like that.
like, I feel like when it was like TV, magazines, and like TV shows and shit, it was more distant. Now it's like you get to
Yeah,
see your friends and shit, and like it
yeah,
affects you personally now.
yeah. One of your friends could be a celebrity in a sense. You know what I mean? If your friends has like, you're in high school, girl, or whatever, and she has like 15,000 followers. Yeah, she's fucking popular as fuck. Yeah, so her life's gonna seem way better than yours, no matter what. You know what I mean? Because this is the way that shit is. It's weird. Even though that could have been the same case way back, but now it's like she's closer to you as far as celebrity. Like, damn, I'll never be like that. Like, nah, you won't.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I never felt like that because I mean, Vlad always had a haircut that looked like the back of a duck's ass. So
Damn, he was one of those kids.
he was.
what the fuck is that supposed to mean?
You have dude, when you got the fresh haircut, when you just cut your long hair, you had like that piece of the hair. You know, like how, like there's like this
The duck ass. Come on, bro.
yeah,
You never
the
heard of
duck
duck
ass.
ass?
It's
Come
like
on, man.
it's like the piece of hair that goes up. It's like on the left side or the right side. It looks like the back of a duck's ass.
Yeah, come on. So I can't see the back of my head, stupid.
But I'm not even talking shit, Vlad. I'm just like, dude,
Anyway,
I was telling, I forget who I was telling, either you, Vlad, or somebody else recently. It was actually you with a bunch of guys. So I was telling them like, I saw pictures of me when I was like 12 and 13 and shit, like teenage years.
hmm
Fuck, dude, I have no idea how my parents let me go outside like that, dude.
What you mean?
Dude, like all my life when I was younger, I was mistaken for a girl all the time, and I would be like, what the fuck? Like I'm dressing like a dude, right?
Yeah.
And but like now that I saw those pictures, I was like, oh my god, dude.
So
Like
I was a little girl.
it just
I think
it was
I
like
think I think one of the most revolutionary, funniest moments in our childhood was when when a lot of kids when Facebook was coming out, they were getting edgy at some point. It was like what 2013, 2014. People
yeah,
started
yeah.
posting like the middle finger as their
Oh
profile picture.
yeah, that was my
And then
profile
and then
picture as a
and then
middle
he did
finger.
it. Yeah, he was a kid. And my mom was like, "What the hell is wrong with him?"
Yeah,
Posting the
dude.
middle finger. Oh my god.
Like it was just the end of the world, huh?
No,
Uh-huh.
I was cool, dude. It was literally like the like Vlad said, it was like the what's it called, the era of like edgy shit, and it was on the rooftop of the building I'm in right now, and I had like I forgot what they were called, those Kobe headphones or whatever. You remember those shits? I had like the headphones.
Skull candy or something like that.
They said
M-
Kobe. That's
It
like a
was
cheap
one
brand.
that was the cheap brand. Yeah, it wasn't. I had
Yeah.
the skull candies later on. It was the Kobe ones first. That's what I had, and I did like You know, you know, you know what the best part about that picture was? It was I was putting, dude, I was putting the middle finger up. I was like 12 or 13, dude, and my nail was dirty.
Hey, man.
Dude, that
I
was
don't
the
want to
most,
like fix it and redo the
yeah, I
picture.
was like, fuck it, dude. It looks like I was down in the dirt, dude. I'm fine with that. That was the.
I thank God that shit wasn't around when I was around that age, man. Because man,
You would have been
I,
exposed by now.
I could have nah, maybe, but can only imagine the dumb shit. I would have been embarrassed as fuck. Like I'm
I'll tell
embarrassed
you,
thinking about shit that I've done. So imagine I can go back and see pictures. Like, oh man, terrible.
dude. Man, I've, yeah. Facebook. It's weird how it was like it's a weird thing now because Facebook to me seems like an old people thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm on it sometimes, but I feel like when I get on Facebook, I'm like, man, this is a bunch of fucking moms and like teachers
You know
and
what's
just
funny?
people.
For me, it's actually completely fucking different. I don't use Facebook. I haven't used it for years, but um, I sometimes, out of curiosity, check on it, see how my feed's doing, and I at some point I saw like maybe like 4 months ago, I saw that they added stories. I know it's an old thing, but this one I noticed they added stories. So I would go and I'd look at all the stories, and for some reason my fucking feed is full of bitches trying to sell their OnlyFans. And then they're posting their asses. It says like, "Follow me on OnlyFans." I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with my Facebook now? These are all people that I had friended for like God knows how long.
They're tracking your internet. They know the sites you go on. Yeah, this dude likes to see fucking buttholes. Like, all right, send
Listen,
them some.
they keep getting me, man. You know what's the scariest part too? So you know the most popular ad. It's like hot horny moms or something like 2 miles away from you or some
No,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it always on my computer it always told me, you know, there's some hot moms in Sheepshead Bay. You know, when I lived in New York, it's like there's some hot moms in Sheepshead Bay looking for you. And I moved over. I'm in Jersey, and then all of a sudden, it says like, "Oh, some hot moms in Morganville." I'm like, "What the fuck? I just got here! Like, I just got here, and they already found me. Like,
They know they know what you're looking for, man.
it's crazy."
Got what you need. Yeah, this Facebook's a. I don't know. I never had one there at MySpace, but I know of it and know what goes on. I got heavily. I won't say heavy on Instagram, but I'm on it every day. But I also feel like because I know people who hate Facebook. Oh, it's just dumb. All of this is this. I'm like, I feel so like social media for me. I can control what I'm looking at. My feed is
Yeah,
probably like basketball, like tattoos, bitches, fucking dumb shit. I don't. And anything that I don't like, I unfollow or block,
yeah.
whatever. That's what I
I
feel like. I
always
don't.
tell people too.
Yeah, that's why I don't get it. Like, oh my god, oh, it's just drama on. I don't know what the fuck drama. Where are you getting drama from? I don't.
Yeah, follow
Yeah,
this fucking page that you're looking at. I mean, same thing with me. Like
know.
I mostly sit on Reddit. That's the difference, though. I mostly sit because I like to just, you know, sit and read about bullshit. I follow like
Yeah,
Halo pages, just read stories, all that. You know, I'm just interested in
yeah,
all that stuff. So I sit and read. But for Instagram wise, I mean, like I don't have any of that kind of stuff. My shit's full of you know, like entrepreneurship, people who are talking about side hustles, you know, doing math,
yeah.
you think
Shit you're
about, you know, how to
interested
make
in.
money, all this stuff, you know. I don't have drama. I don't have women
Yeah,
with duck lips trying to like, you know, create
Oh,
these
dude, you're
standards.
missing out.
that's on my burner account.
I love that shit. I love when people fight on Instagram, dude. It makes my day. But
Oh
I don't.
yeah, I don't read comments, man. At least I don't think the Instagram comments are funny sometimes. It's the Reddit comments that really get me. Reddit
Ah,
comments sometimes are like most of the time better than the posts themselves. It's great.
I never got into Reddit because it seemed really fucking confusing. It felt like I had to do like a job application just to fucking get on the shit. I was like, nah.
I recently got into Reddit. That's the thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
I've
I
been
know.
on it for like a
Well, I
year.
go I go there for like answers to like stuff that Google ain't gonna give me. I don't know. I feel like you go there and they're like people a little more informed or something, like how you fix, whatever, just different shit. So that's what
I
I go in there
Fucking
for.
old my Reddit account is. 243 days old. So
Damn, sure new.
I was gonna comment on the Vlad. So it was like the people when you were talking about it was like people you know that were selling OnlyFans and shit.
wait, sorry, what?
When you were talking about the when you'd get on Facebook and you'd see like buy my OnlyFans and shit. Was it like people you used to know or some shit?
You see, the thing is, let me go on my Facebook. The thing is about my Facebook is, I think I had a lot of friends on it. People I don't. I literally open my Facebook, man. First thing I see is tits. Come on. All
Yeah,
right, wait. Let me
you used
see.
to say that how you're like too afraid to open Instagram because it'll be
Yeah,
like us and you'll be like in this.
I have 1,100 friends on Facebook. I don't fucking know 1,100 people. Like, but oh, look at that. First thing I see, Constantine
Yeah,
posted
boy.
nails. But
What?
with your painted goddamn nails.
You gotta do it jealous much.
But how do you call it? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I'm looking through and it's just like, oh my lord. Yeah, it's this is Facebook for me. I'm just still yeah, I'm still seeing these things that we're talking about. It's weird.
We should do an experiment. Just start a new Facebook and then just see what type of shit accumulates.
I guess. But
We
don't
should
they ask you those questions in
From
the
just
beginning? Like you
yeah,
gotta
just from
like yeah.
ground up. Yeah, like just
we should make a Facebook and join like a group that's Black Lives Matter and the other group that's like something like I don't know,
some Confederate shit.
far right movement or some shit like that, and just see
Gonna
if
fucking
the
break the
algorithm
internet.
kills
That's gonna
itself, bro.
explode. Yeah.
If it was algorithms gonna go like, wait, what the
The
fuck?
fuck going on? We got a code red, Bob. What
They're gonna call Mark. Mark's like, I've never seen this shit before.
the fuck?
The fuck? Send him some OnlyFans. Send him some tits.
Yeah, I think that's what Vlad's doing.
I feel like Vlad's distracted over there now.
Get the hell out of here. Nah, but to answer your question, no, it's not people I know. Like it's not. It's just I guess like when I was younger, all you would do is you see friend requests and you just accept it. You're like, oh, I got more friends, it's more clout, and cooler and stuff. But
Is
that's
that
why
what
I
it?
haven't
That's
used.
that what it meant? Because I never understood like I had to get my
I think
followers up.
so.
If it
I
wasn't for
think
like
so.
monetary shit, if you're just like a regular person, just like
What are you talking about?
I guess it
well,
just
like
felt cool that you had like a lot of friends on Facebook. Maybe it just felt cool.
yeah. See, that's the thing. I'm maybe it's because I'm a little older or whatever, but like. There's people my age who are on it, like the followers or their friends matter, like having a certain amount matters.
I mean,
But
again, like you said, you were older when this stuff was happening, so you weren't looking for
yeah,
that kind of like,
yeah,
uh,
yeah.
that confidence, all that stuff. So when we were
Yeah,
younger, that's what we were looking for. We were looking
it
for
just
that
seemed
like
cool.
social
Yeah,
social acceptance, all
yeah.
this
It's
kind of
like
stuff.
yeah, it just was like a status type thing. But there's people my age that do it too. They're just like for me it was just like all right, I don't. If you're not doing it for like a monetary, like making money, like who cares about how many people you got on your Instagram or your friends? Like you're just like I don't
Yeah.
know. It's weird.
Since we're talking about Facebook, I feel like I have to mention that I remember I had this conversation with Dennis because we had a group of people on our Facebook, like the Messenger app, and like we had a group chat and shit. And I was telling Dennis like, dude, join it, like download. He's like, nah, man, I'm not trying to get them to like know my shit and stuff, my information. I'm like, what? I'm like, what
Who
are
the
you
fuck
talking about?
like
He's like, I don't want them to tell me to buy shit and stuff. I'm like, don't buy it. Like what?
But isn't
I
that
mean,
isn't that crazy though? I mean, they got caught on this. I was talking about it earlier with their Facebook's probes. Um, I think it's fucking nuts. They got caught selling checking into your search engine, selling it to companies to create advertisements.
yeah, it's
So
crazy.
the thing is too is that they used your fucking microphone and they got caught on this. They used your goddamn
Yeah,
microphone. So
yeah.
if you were talking, and this happens, I'm telling you, this happens to me a lot of the times. I'm sitting there talking to somebody about a certain thing. And I think it's still going on too, because this
It's,
literally happened to me about 1 month ago. I was, at work, in the salon that I work in. One of our sinks cracked. One of our sinks to wash clients' hair cracked, and we didn't want to order a new one for fucking $1,000. So one of my coworkers was like, we can get FlexPace, and like my boss is like, FlexPace, what's FlexPace? I'm like, James, you never seen his commercials with that guy yelling, slapping shit onto a fucking thing, fixing everything with this pace? No. So I'm talking to him about FlexPace, right? My phone's in my pocket the whole time. I'm talking to him about FlexPace. I'm like, yeah, it's really, really, really popular. All this stuff. The next day, and I like the next day I'm sitting at work again. I open my phone on Instagram and I get a fucking ad for FlexPace.
yeah, man. That's how it goes. That's
I
how
don't
it
get it.
goes.
I don't
I,
get it.
we were talking
And
about getting my son his gaming bed, like it was a bunk bed with like a fucking like space for stuff like that. Just talking about it, like yeah, he wants one for Christmas. Da, da, da. Next day, I swear to you, they're like up at Walmart, the exact thing we were fucking talking about. I'm like, this is fucking crazy. Like the exact type of shit. I was like, this is
I think people don't like most people don't really realize how fucking creepy that is. Because
yeah.
a lot of times it's like, wow, this is crazy, or it's like a meme, but it's like this is kind of fucked up,
Oh, it's
to
really
be
crazy.
honest.
Yeah.
Like they know you more than you know yourself sometimes. That's how fucking crazy it is.
It took me a long time to get a Alexa because I was just like, my mom putting a fucking wiretap in my house. Like that's basically what it is. I was like,
I have an Alexa.
yeah, but I finally
Shut up.
caved in. Like fuck it, caved in. It was like, you know what? But whatever. I ain't doing shit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But
I
still,
mean,
I
like,
don't. It's
I think some of the scarier things, though, this has to be pure coincidence because I don't want to believe any other kind of possibility. The scarier thing is when you think of something and it appears in your phone, man.
oh man.
That's the scariest fucking shit ever.
That
Now,
is creepy.
I
Oh,
got the
man.
now keep in mind on my phone, I've never searched up anything vaccine related, right? On my phone
Yeah,
at
that's
least.
just everywhere, man. It's everywhere, bro.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
I never sat and I never searched up, like how do you call it? After you get vaccine, can you do this? After this, what should you do? After this, never. So then I unfortunately got my first dose a few days ago, and yesterday I was feeling the arm, the shit with the arm. I was feeling a little fatigued, and I was going to the gym, and on my way to the gym, I think to myself, maybe I should see if there's any advisements against going to the gym like this. So I start searching up on my phone. Can you go to? And it said the gym, and the fucking first thing it says is the gym after COVID vaccine. I'm like, what the?
Holy shit.
I
Yeah,
was like,
but
what
like, come
the
on.
fuck?
I
I
would
feel
have
like
shit
so
my
many
pants.
people Googled that. Like,
Nah,
let's be
man.
real.
I mean,
I
that's
wrote,
kind of
can you go to? I wrote, can you go to? That's the thing that I
yeah.
wrote, man.
Can you go to the movies during the pandemic? It could have been can you
Yeah,
go
like,
to anything? That's a little
yeah,
specific, kind of. I mean,
yeah.
like
Like in
after a
recent
vaccine.
shit, I don't know, man. That's not. I feel the crazy shit to me is like,
I'm a type can you go to and Google and see what comes up. I'm almost certain that won't. Let me see. Can you did you put YOU or just
yeah, but
you?
he could have Googled about the vaccine earlier, and then the algorithm picks it up, and then the next year you're
But I
gonna
just told
Google, they're
you I
gonna put the
didn't. But I
filter.
just told you I
Oh,
didn't. I did that shit on a
But you're
computer,
lying.
and it wasn't even my computer. Not that my fucking phone and computer are connected, but I did another computer to schedule an appointment. That's a different, whole different goddamn thing.
Not to
mine
the
says
fucking NSA.
mine says can you go to Mexico without a passport? Can you go to Antarctica?
Sir, what's on your mind?
Yeah,
Can
what
you
the
go to
fuck are you trying
Mexico
to
with the
run? What are
real
you doing?
ID? Can you go to heaven with tattoos?
I'm gonna see
Nothing
what my
about
computer wonders.
nothing
Can
about
you
this vaccine. Can
go?
you go to
Yeah,
yeah.
Vlad's fucked, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. They
I
got
feel like
a chip in you, bro.
Vlad's nipples would get into heaven, but not him.
Mine is screwed up. On my computer. I just wrote, "Can you go to?" and it says a Yankee game unvaccinated.
See,
See,
that's
like that's what I'm
crazy.
saying. See, already, Dirt, he's getting vaccine shit because like
Yeah, that's
algorithm.
yeah. It's crazy. That's just so
Dude, you
that's
know
just
what's fucking
amazing.
crazy? The fact that you could say, "Hey Siri," and this shit turns on, which means it's like, hold up. So you're
No,
listening.
I don't have
Oh
that on my
yeah.
phone. I don't have
Oh
that on my
yeah.
phone.
No, but the fact is, if you do have it, that means this shit's listening the whole
Yeah.
time and just waiting for like the keyword.
Yeah, and it's
That's
on by
fucking crazy.
default. Yeah. So most people just it's on. Like, oh, it's cool, Siri, talk to her. So
Like when you say, "Are you serious?" and it's like, "What? Did you
yeah,
call
she's
me,
like, "Dude,
master?"
no, bitch, hang
It's like,
up.
shut your ass up. I didn't.
Like, yeah,
I don't know,
that's
man. I was dude, getting towards the end of it, but I was gonna say I've been fucking walking 30 kilometers every day. Now I know you guys are not educated in
but that
the.
it's not educated. That's just we didn't grow up in fucking somewhere not America.
Nah, well, listen, America came after everything else, so just for you peasants, okay, 30 kilometers a day it is like about almost 19 miles, okay?
I was
Damn.
That's
close. I was about to say 22.
nah, it's about, it's about 19 miles, and
What are you
yeah,
running from?
fuck you. I'm not running anywhere. I'm walking, playing Pokemon Go.
Damn, bringing it back.
Yeah,
Glory
dude.
days of 2016.
Oh, dude.
Man, they made me spend like $20 on that game.
Nobody
Damn.
made you do shit, dude. That was you fucking trying to get Charizard, bro. Like, this dude.
We need to do an episode about that alone. 2016. When that was a fucking moment in time. That
Yeah, I feel
Pokemon Go hit. That shit was
something
like,
for some reason that's such a. Even though 2012 was like a year where there was a lot of like, the end of the world and shit. 2016 was the one that fucking stood out the most.
Yeah,
Didn't we meet up in 2016?
I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah, that year was great. 2016, 17.
You're welcome, Derek.
Those are good times. Some good times.
You're welcome.
Hey, no problem.
What? Listen, I'm just.
Tough, man.
I
But,
feel like
yeah,
you guys are lucky to have a friend like me,
hey,
and
I thank my stars every day.
I feel like Vlad, you don't ever. You know what? To close it off, we're gonna say we should all say one good thing about each other.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
All right, I'll start.
Okay.
That's it.
No.
All right, man. I just appreciate that you got a fat ass.
Hey, this turning
Dude,
very, very
listen,
weird.
speaking real quick, dude, I have a friend in Ukraine. Dude, listen, I'm not saying nothing, but this dude has the biggest ass on the guy I've ever fucking seen in my entire life, dude. Everybody says that he has a Kardashian in there. And then it got to the point where at first he was like, "Oh, you guys are fucking weird and shit." But then he kind of started flexing it, which is like dude, like it's like he has a loaded diaper. It's weird.
Hey, attention on social media is crazy. Dudes flexing name Kardashian asses.
Oh my god.
Whatever type of attention, huh? I think that deserves an AO. I'm sorry.
Hey,
Nah,
yo.
we gotta have Mr. AO as a
Yo.
guest one day.
Oh, man.
I feel like if we get a good topic next time, I feel like he should be here. But we got fucking somebody needs to help him out getting Discord because he's such a boomer in his mind, dude.
Yeah, I don't know what this problem is, but yeah, let's get a couple episodes in before we go down that route. that
So
route.
Vlad, real quick, you're gonna download Destiny and play?
What?
I feel like you
know,
should.
it's funny enough. I actually did download Destiny 2 because I don't
No,
want to
you're
I don't want to buy a new game, so I'm
'cause you're a
like sitting there
communist.
waiting for shit to come out.
Communist.
All
And
right.
you're gonna get Dead by Daylight?
That's a big no.
Oh my god! But Dennis got it.
Dennis got a lot of things I don't have.
Yeah, but you're missing out on the Dennis experience.
I can't do it. When
Um.
are you gonna
Okay.
download Apex? Apex Legends, huh?
Oh, dude, I like girls. I'm sorry.
Damn.
Yeah.
More meat for me.
Man, I know you're talking so freely because your wife's not home.
He's home. She's in the room. Fuck the fuck.
Oh damn.
What's she gonna do?
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about more? Imagine she's like doing something. She hears, "All right, more meat for me."
This nigga gay.
Okay,
Nah.
Vlad, say something nice right now.
I did.
No, right now, again.
You want to just say the same thing again?
No. Say something. What did you say?
That you got a fat ass. Well, you
Okay,
don't,
say something nice about Dirt.
Yeah, come on.
Dirt, I think you have unique naming for your dog.
That's a nice thing. Well, thank you. I don't know if unique is a compliment, but I'll take it.
Okay. Okay, I'll go.
I'll say about you too, you guys. You guys are very smart young men. And it's weird to see you guys grow up because I feel like I'm just getting old, but it's pretty cool. You guys.
Dude, I thought about that recently. So, and
Yeah.
it's interesting that you said that because I mean you've known us for a long time now, dude.
Yeah, I was talking to Cloud about it. I'm like, dude, we known these little dudes since through all of high school. You know, imagine how long that is for
When we
us.
were virgins.
Freshman year of
Yeah.
high school is when I met him.
Like these dudes were known like their whole high school years. Like imagine it seems high school seemed like kind of long for me, but not really. But you know, like that's a big chunk of your life when you think about it. And
Almost
it's like
8 years now. Almost 8 years.
Yeah, I'm like, how the hell? Like,
That's
this is
crazy.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
we're like 14 to 15. Like, what the hell?
And
That's like,
it's funny because y'all motherfuckers didn't change. It's us who changed.
I mean, what the fuck? This is it, bro.
What do you think Dirt's gonna get a little taller? What the fuck?
You never know, man. You can spit something out.
Cloud's got a new do-rag or some shit. Like, I don't.
Hey, that's it. Once y'all hit like 25, that's it. You're gonna be who you're gonna be, bro. That's it. So
Oh,
you
dude,
guys
I'm still transforming, dude.
yeah, you got a couple more years of evolution. After that, you just You
But
gonna be who you gonna be.
yeah, and yeah, I don't know. I
So,
thought about that recently as well. I was like, holy fuck, like you guys knew us with our like a little squeaky voice and shit.
yeah, it's crazy. But no, yeah, I'm glad y'all not too big pieces of shit. You was like kind of small ones, so little
Wait,
turd.
what? They were not big pieces of shit.
Yeah, you're like
You don't
small,
know
like
Vlad,
turd.
dude.
Nah, I could look at his eyes and tell the type of guy he is. I could tell he ain't that bad. He's bad.
Vlad, tell him what kind of person you are right now.
He ain't that bad, Vlad. Yeah.
Man, if you think R. Kelly's bad. Phew.
Oh no, never
Oh
mind.
my god. Okay, I'll
Like
go.
that
I'll go.
too.
Okay, Vlad, I think it's really cool that you started working out. And Dirt, I'm really happy that we got this shit started again.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, Vlad, I hope you
That wasn't a compliment. I've been
what do you
working out for
mean?
years.
Working out. What the fuck?
I've
Wait,
been
what?
working out for years. Not a compliment.
Wait, what do you mean? I
I'm
said I'm glad you started working out.
What the-
I don't even know what that means.
my prime in working out was like sophomore year of high school, man.
Nah.
No, now I'm in my prime, but
You looked like a piece of shit. What do you mean?
no,
Sweet guy.
I just meant how frequent it was, but no, now it's like my prime.
Oh yeah. How old
Oh
are you
yeah.
now? Like, were you 21?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, yeah. Got them prime slave legs, boy.
Yeah.
You could jump higher, run faster than you ever have before. It's great, huh?
Yeah, well, this dude fucking. You gotta tell him something, dude. He's a fucking waste of height, dude. Every time I'm trying to play basketball with him, he's like, "No, I don't wanna." This dude's like 7'9" and fucking doesn't want to play basketball. Outrage, dude. Waste of height. Waste of
Man,
fucking height.
well,
I hope you know what? When we get Will, let's get eliminated. When we get Will on here, he's gonna let you know, Vlad, what it's like being 9'3" and.
What is me
next
bad
look,
at basketball? Like,
he heard he was terrible, but I got an idea. Next episode, Vlad, I want you to list 5 things that you use your height for, taking advantage of it. And it ain't.
Good fucking
I need,
meme,
I
I
dude.
need, I
will
need, I need that from
gonna
you
be.
because I know you
I
use
can tell you
it to
5
your
things.
advantage.
It's women.
Okay, there's just one. There's one. Okay.
No, that's
Yeah, but
5.
that's fucking you date midgets. Like what,
No, I don't.
dude? I mean,
Sometimes.
R. Kelly.
Sometimes.
Listen, man. From what I recall, below
It's
4'11" is a
children.
midget. All right.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
when she's 11, it's like, what do you expect?
Oh my
The
god.
shortest girl I've dated was 4'12". All right.
That's
Whoa.
almost. What do you mean? Like that's
Unfortunately,
fucking.
that's not even a height.
Do you compare four?
It's like, what do you
Oh.
mean? She's a giant. 412 not real.
She had the Hobbit feet.
Oh man. She shaved them.
Yeah.
She said
Okay.
wax, foot wax.
Okay. So yeah, those are my compliments, Vlad. I'm happy you started working out again. And Dirt, I feel like we're on a good track now, and it's gonna be good because
Yeah.
you add that to this. So
Yeah, let's get
and
it.
we got a bearded. By the way, dude, you know I got a beard now too.
Yeah, right.
What? Do I fucking send you a pic? I mean, obviously it's not as luscious as yours because you got the fucking
Well,
genetics and shit.
It's just your chin and your jaw. It's not your.
What the fuck's
Oh,
a
you
beard?
sound like a
You
hater.
hater, yeah.
I am a
Stay
hater.
hating.
Hater.
What a
Wow.
hater.
Man, it's not
Come
tame,
on.
man. That's
You
the
wanna
thing.
be
It's not
6'5"
tame.
with a
I
beard?
will got a dick. It's just the balls and that other shit. Like it's not a dick. It's
You
like,
wanna be 6'5" with a beard too? Say something for the short niggas. Jesus.
dude. Oh my god. It's fine.
Oh man.
Also, Vlad's gonna tell you what he does with his height, but Vlad got the agility of a hamster though.
Damn. It looks like it. Looks like he can't catch or anything. Just
Yeah, but for real, shout out to Vlad because he put me on his fucking barber, man.
so you looking
He's not a
special.
barber. He's not a barber.
He's not a
Whoa,
barber.
whoa,
He's a
whoa,
hairstylist.
whoa, whoa. See, that's the type of guy you are. You knew that would trigger him. You just waited for him to just. He's not a fucking barber, bro.
Dude, because
She's a
Vlad
hair
works in the salon,
technician.
right? So like, it's one of those things. Like, of course he's gonna fuck. Is every other person? Well, like, if you tell somebody like, "Oh, you know how this barber did my hair," it's like no one's gonna be like,
Yeah,
"What?
yeah.
You mean a hairstylist?" Everyone's gonna be like, "Yeah, it's a fucking person who does hair." Vlad's over here like, "It's not a fucking barber."
Yeah.
Vlad,
It's like I'm not Chinese. I'm Korean. Like, hey, dude.
Dude, you're gonna get shot. Dude. You're lucky, dude. You're lucky because they're not gonna come after you. You're black, so you're
Come
safe.
come on. That wasn't even that bad. That wasn't that bad. That wasn't even bad.
You're right. We talked about R. Kelly, so
Yeah,
it's not that bad.
Just said it. Come on.
Speaking of Chinese, man, I want to get some Chinese food, but I'm on a fucking diet, dude.
Well, what? What you getting? Your hips don't lie. You getting big? What's going on?
No, not like that, dude. My fucking body's weird. Like, like when I get extra weight, it's not. It doesn't go throughout the whole body. It goes just to my like lower stomach. You get what I mean?
Your
But like
gut?
my hands and shit is like it's fine. It's not. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to
Well,
diet a
say
little
you
bit.
walking. That's
And
good.
it also goes to my stomach. I got that same problem.
Yeah,
Straight
but
to my
you're
stomach.
fucking. Yeah, but you got an illness, so it's like.
Get a.
By the way, just to close this off, there and because Vlad was a little grumpy about this, I was on Discord like a week ago with our friend Igor. No, with our friend Jacob and Igor, and this kid Joey came in, right, and he's like, "Oh, so how's Vlad been?" And I'm like, "Oh man, it's been kind of hard on him and shit. Like, I don't know if I should say anything." He's like, "What happened?" I'm like, "He's he got fucking sick and shit." He was like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, he's going through chemo and shit." He's like, "Oh, what the fuck?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, should I like message him or something?" I'm like, "Yeah, you could let him know that you hope he's gonna recover and do good." It's like he messaged Vlad saying like, "Oh, I hope you know you get better and shit." And then Vlad's like, "Dude, I don't know who fucking told you that shit, but I'm fine." And then Joey messages me and goes, "Dude, I feel like Vlad's embarrassed to admit it."
Wow, see, that's the lies on the internet, man. That's how
Joey's
it goes.
Joey's like, I feel like Vlad's a little like, he's like, dude, I don't want to get you or Jacob into trouble, but I feel like Vlad just doesn't want to admit it, and he's just like, it's hard for him. I'm like, yeah, man, it's okay.
Yeah, and he's gonna tell somebody else, and he's gonna tell somebody, and then next thing you know,
And
now
now
you
all
better
of a
get
sudden I have a GoFundMe and I didn't even fucking know.
you better shave your head.
Yeah, I'm gonna start the GoFundMe and fucking run away to Mexico without a passport. And on that note, closing in this fucking episode of Don't Talk Shit. Fuck. Don't assume shit. Fuck.
We gotta
No,
I
this is
got
where
it.
we talk
good,
shit.
It was good.
so
It was good.
don't assume shit. That's the name.
Don't assume shit. Yep.
Oh yeah, we forgot to tell you. That's the name of the podcast.
That's the
Well,
Don't Talk Shit, Assume Shit
so we're
podcast.
gonna leave our like social medias, and
Yeah,
after
we
we
are. So,
been
Vlad,
bashing it for an
got
hour.
anything to plug, Vlad?
No, just my butt.
Stop lying. Tell them what gym you go to, so they can see you start going to the gym again.
They don't need to know that yet.
Not yet.
You
All right.
you can't give all the apples. You know, you gotta tease a little bit.
Just the shaft, huh? Okay. There, you got anything to plug? I mean, I'll put all the social media shits in the description anyway. But
Yeah.
there any last comments?
I don't know. Happy October. Halloween's coming
It
up.
is spooky season, dude. We got to do
Yeah.
something with like about scary movie. I'm gonna figure something out for next
Yeah.
episode.
Anyway, let's just wrap it up. I got some
Yeah, and
smoking to do.
for me, fuck you guys, and to the audience, thank you so much. And I'll make sure Vlad starts living a healthy lifestyle.
I'll second that.